failure to deport aliens who are convicted of criminal offenses puts whole communities at risk. Such policies make their cities and states less safe. Public safety as well as national security are at stake and put them at risk of losing federal dollars.
Democrat mayors from L.A., Chicago, New York City all rebelling against the administration's sanctuary city crackdown.
In Los Angeles, we don't separate children from their families because it's inhumane. In Los Angeles, we don't demonize our hardworking neighbors just because they speak a different language or come from a different country. That's un-American.
A dynamic of hatred has been growing in this country. It's clearly related to the rhetoric of Donald Trump.
Let's bring in Sheriff David Clarke of Milwaukee County, Wisconsin. First, Sheriff, let's take care of this business first. You see how they distorted the issue, both the mayor of L.A. and the mayor of New York City and others. This is about illegal immigration. Immigrants here say they don't like illegal criminal immigration. They're distorting the issue, right, Sheriff?
You took away my thunder. That's exactly what I was thinking. Look, anybody who thinks that a criminal illegal alien should remain in the country after their sentence is adjudicated or they should be let out pending trial has no conscience. My money is on Attorney General Jeff Sessions and President Trump on this. One thing that these individuals know is that these Democrat-led communities, cities, are addicted to federal money. And when you cut it off, and you can't cut it off completely, but there's a certain percentage, they'll start to feel the pain. This is a slap in the face by these mayors to their law-abiding community, an abdication of the responsibility to keep their residents safe. They should put away the Democrat talking points so we can have a responsible conversation about what we're talking about here. We're talking about some dangerous individuals who are illegally in the country and are victimizing not only law-abiding Americans, but other people who are in the country illegally and may not be engaged in criminal activity at the time. And so they're trying to win the narrative. The crocodile tears always come out. Oh, we're not going to separate families from children. That's not what we're talking about here. We're talking about individuals who have engaged in things like domestic violence, child abuse, murder, robbery, drug dealing. They have no business in this country. Get them out of here.
Yeah, those criminals are separating families from children. And we had this Massachusetts sheriff, Sheriff Thomas Hodgson, testified for Congress early today on sanctuary cities. He's saying what Loretta Lynch said last year and the Inspector General for the Justice Department. Both those individuals said that these cities are breaking the law. Let's take a listen.
If these sanctuary cities are going to harbor and conceal criminally illegal aliens from ICE, which is in direct violation of Title 8 of the U.S. Code, federal arrest warrants should be issued for their elected officials. Our nation would be better off and our citizens would be safer if we never stopped enforcing immigration law and if we never formed or turned a blind eye towards sanctuary cities.
Do you think officials who refuse to comply should be arrested?
Yes, there is a federal statute that provides for that. I wouldn't go to that right away because I said after a while these individuals are going to, you see the error of their ways and they're going to come to the table. But you know, I'll say this much. You know, when you look at what we're dealing with here in terms, you know, Kate Steinle's probably the signature case, but that's not the only one. We have some situations in Milwaukee where criminal illegal aliens have been have killed, drunk driving, killed people. Like I said, domestic violence. We had one 2 weeks ago where he pointed a handgun, a firearm, I should say, at his girlfriend and his children, Liz. He pointed a firearm and threatened his children, and then his defense attorney came out the other day and said, it looks like the sheriff's going to separate him from his family. You're damn right I am. That guy's got no business around any kid, much less his own. Sheriff,
you know, here's the other issue going on. Thank you for that, for your input there. Shouldn't politicians everywhere let the voters decide on whether they want to live in sanctuary cities? Because, sir, we have this new UC Berkeley poll. This shows that 3/4 of Californians, they don't want sanctuary cities. 2/3 of Hispanics. 70% of independents, 3/4 of Democrats, they don't want it. What do you think? Should voters get to weigh in?
Well, they have, and they will, and they do. It polls horribly for these sanctuary city mayors, and they know it. That's why they don't want to leave it up to the people. Like I said, this is nothing more than political posturing. This is about trying to add to their base of voters. Like I said, these are political points. This is a political speech. Might sound like a great political speech, but it's a horrible public policy speech. We're here. The president's here. I've signed up for the 287G program. The Attorney General spoke in very clear language. We are going to get rid of the criminal illegal aliens in this country, and it's going to be done in short order.
Thank you, Sheriff David Clarke. Come back soon.